Hello everyone. Uh, Winter solstice is coming to an end. Technically, I believe the solstice itself was on the 21st, but on many traditional pagan calendars, it's on the 22nd. I celebrated it yesterday, or last night. Days. How do they work? I celebrated it with my friend Cameron on the night of the 22nd, and so I requested that night off from work. And it was really, really fun. I'm glad I requested the night off from work because after the ritual I was very, very drained, as I'd said in my last vlog. But I ended up taking a nap with my hubby. And it was kind of nice, you know, to just lay down and rest and relax after having done such a strong ritual. And for very few people who follow me who are pagan, you kind of understand that, you know, the solstices are very, very important in the pagan traditions and Wiccan traditions. I really, really like the winter solstice, even though I don't like winter itself. The solstice is very important to me because of what it represents. The winter solstice represents the longest night of the year and the shortest day. If you think of it in terms of light and dark, day and night, when you're going through the longest night, you're going through some darkness, and on the winter solstice, it is the longest night of the year. So after that night, the nights get shorter, the days get longer. You're kind of coming out of that darkness, if that makes any sense. So in essence, celebrating the winter solstice, you're sort of reflecting back on the year behind you, because I tend to look at the winter solstice as like the pagan new year. Because the wheel of the year goes with the passing of seasons. And as part of the ritual that I designed, we reflected on the past year, on some of the darker points in the year, what's happened, what we've done, what was good, what wasn't good, and tried to focus on what do we want for the coming year, what sort of goals do we have, how can we achieve those goals, sort of how we can achieve those goals and how we can better ourselves in the new year. And part of our ritual, I did some rune casting in a very unique way and ended up with sort of a runic charm with specific runes on it to kind of remind me through the year, you know, what my goal is and what obstacles I could face and what sort of strengths I have to overcome that. Anyway, after that little ramble about Yule, I do have to say that I am very grateful for the fact that I was able to get the night of the 22nd off. I was able to have that flexibility from my employer. Having the 22nd off actually means that I will end up working the 26th for one of my other coworkers, but that's okay. I mean, I'm grateful for it. I'm really glad that my employer is flexible like that we're able to work things out. I mean, as long as there's coverage in the team for all the shifts all the time, it's actually not really a big deal to take some time off. And again, really grateful for that. My shoulder is feeling a little bit better. The anti-inflammatories seem to be working, so yay, that's a plus. I was reading the warnings on the package for the anti-inflammatories and going, oh, why do they prescribe this if there's so many dangers with this particular anti-inflammatory? And I understand why people need to be wary of anti-inflammatories and taking too much of them. But this thing had like heart failure and heart disease, like one paragraph that was like every other phrase or word in it. I'm just like, why am I taking this? And for those of you who don't like know me in person, I am very, very paranoid about heart problems because they've been in my family quite a bit. And obviously I'm heavy, so this is something I will have to be concerned about if I don't start taking better care of myself. But I do watch my cholesterol. I do eat pretty healthily, even though it may not seem like it. I do. Definitely getting better at that as the years go by, and I'm trying to get more active, though I haven't been walking much lately because shoulder. Because usually when I get home and I want to go for a walk, I absolutely must take the Labrador. And for those of you who own dogs, own Labradors, you understand. You can't go for something like that and not take the dog because you feel like a crappy pet parent. And I don't know if any of you have tried to control a 78-pound monster on the end of a leash, but you really need A, your dominant limb, upper body limb for that, and B, you definitely need both limbs, but definitely, more importantly, your dominant upper body limb, whether it be your wrist, your shoulder, whatever, because 78 pounds is a lot of dog. But I feel bad, you know, going for a walk without him, and he would make me feel so guilty if he realized it. Because you're a brat, aren't you, Ranger? But I do hope to get back at it once my shoulder is feeling better. I will have to do physical therapy, so I'm waiting on a call from them to figure out when I'm going to do that. And this is something that I haven't really sort of formally announced, though I guess it's safe to do so now. I'm actually going off of third shift starting at basically the start of the year. So the end of 2015, the last night of 2015 will be my last night working thirds. And then on the 4th, January 4th, I will be moving back to days and training up for more of the work-related duties that I was going to be hired on for. Really can't get into it more without being more specific, and I don't want to do that to my employer. But I didn't really know how to do any sort of server work, server administration, and I needed to learn that. I needed to learn how to do certain things and certain technologies, and now that I have more of that training and I have shown the ability to learn that, I need to move to days to train more on that, and then once I'm trained up on it, once they're satisfied with that, I will either move to second shift or stay on days. I think I'm moving to second shift if I remember correctly, so I won't be on thirds anymore, and it might come with a promotion to a different position, which is basically the same as all the other guys in the team. I'm the only one with a different job title. So I'm hoping that that will eventually come to pass, but I will be going off thirds. As much as I will miss the guys that I'm working with, I'm really glad to be going off of third shift. So, rambling aside, a lot of things are coming as part of the new year. I'm really grateful for these things. I've actually, last few months of 2015 have been really crazy, really busy, really sort of different, and I'm grateful for it because in the end everything is coming out much better than I could have hoped for. Probably should cut this part of the vlog off now because I've been rambling a lot and I'm going to have to do some major editing. But I will see you guys later. Hopefully I will get to talk a little bit more before I either crash or after I get up. So, see you later. Hello everyone. It's nighttime because it's dark, obviously, but I'm outside, and I'm outside in a short sleeve t-shirt and a hoodie, and I'm really not cold. Go home whether you're drunk. What? We actually had some thunderstorms when I was trying to go to sleep this morning. I actually heard thunder. What the heck? I knew it was raining, and unfortunately we were under a tornado watch until pretty much shortly before I got up. So what the hell on that? But I'm hoping this video turns out because I'm trying not to be backlit by the intensely bright porch light, but I've got Ranger outside because he needed a potty. But I gotta edit this and get it uploaded, and I'm really hoping Jason comes home soon because he's been busy. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.